afternoon, good evening, and happy new year. It's your girl ChucTayyy, and I am here with your RETV Sports Update. It is December 44th because I'm not quite sure that the year changed at all because it's the same old thing wrapped up in a new present. So, no, in all seriousness, I have missed you guys. Happy New Year 2021. We made it, even though it's like the middle of the month. We just need a little bit of extra time. I need a little extra vacation, but I am here. Here is my face. Here is this week's shirt, and let's get it. Okay. So, right before I started recording this, I got a big flashing thing on my phone that said, "Hey sis, James Harden is going to the Nets." Really now? Other than the fact that I hate the aspect of super teams, okay, fine. I mean, he cried about it I'm pretty sure he started crying about it the last time you guys saw me, which was like 3 weeks ago. And it has carried on all the way up until today. So fine, you're going to the Nets. Back with KD, also going to be with Kyrie if he didn't fall off the edge of the flat earth surface. Okay, fine. I mean, it's a good pickup for the Nets. I'm not going to disagree with that. It's a good pickup for the Nets. I have always hated this super team term, or the fact that even exists. It just didn't used to be like this. Like, you know how old heads, if you will say that the game used to be a lot more physical back in the day, like Malice in the Palace. I know that wasn't, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it was a lot more rough and rugged and such. And it wasn't a bunch of grown men crying like little girls because they didn't want to be somewhere. Football's getting the same way, but we'll get to that. It's a no. I mean, it just the whole... Anyway, there's a lot of things that happened because this trade happened. So I had to take a picture of it so that I could give you all the facts and figures of what transpired because of this trade. So this was a 4-team trade, guys. Try to stay with me. It's checkers, not chess. Okay, so the Nets got James Harden and a 2nd-round pick. The Rockets got Victor Oladipo, thingamajig, if you watch The Masked Singer like I do. 4 first-round picks, 4 pick swaps with Brooklyn, and a 2nd-round pick. The Pacers got Karis LeVert, and that was the swap to get Victor Oladipo. And then the Cavs, that's the 4th team, guys, stay with me, get Jarrett Allen and Taurean Prince. And then somewhere in this puzzle fits Dante Exum. And I always say this kid's name wrong, so we're just going to call him Karukas, even though I'm pretty sure that's also not the way that you pronounce his name, but we're going to go with that. Somehow they are like the edge pieces of this puzzle that I can't quite figure out yet where they went, because it's just like all of this because James Harden was crying. My goodness. So how does this change the East? It does. It does. Like I said, if Kyrie and the Flat Earthers ever return him back to New York or Jersey, whatever, then this could be a good thing. Do I think that KD and Kyrie and company are going to have to pick up the defensive slack? Absolutely, because we know James Harden doesn't do that. I'm more concerned about him crying and whining and acting like a little girl. Guys, come on. Between him, grown man, crying, and then Kyrie, where are you, dude? Where are you? I'm confused. Between the two of them, it wouldn't be no super team because wouldn't neither one of them be playing for me? All of this crying and carrying on. Ugh, I hate it. But that's what's going on. How does this change the dynamic of the league? I don't really think it does, because honestly, as long as nothing funky happens with the Lakers, and what we're not going to do is ignore the fact that Steph is now again Steph. I'm not sure that the NBA title is coming to the East, guys. It's just probably not a thing, but kind of too early to tell. They're not doing so well on the COVID tip either. And that's another thing that they're saying about Kyrie. He may or may not have broken protocol. But since can't nobody find him, nobody knows. But it's not looking too good on the COVID front. I'm sure some changes are coming. Like they said, they only put out half of the schedule. We're creeping up on what would be the traditional time for All-Star Weekend, which of course we know would have been the halfway point of the season, but considering the season didn't start until Christmas, basically, Adam Silver has a lot on his plate. Moving right along. Guys, I thought I was going to come back this year and say the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl, or we're very close to it. And then Ben looked super old, just old. If he retired this year, I wouldn't be surprised. Do I think he's going to retire? No. I think he thought he was going to do a Jerome Bettis and announce his retirement whilst holding the Lombardi trophy, but it doesn't look like that way, Benny boy. He had a good cry, according to reports, with Pouncey on the bench. I just don't think Ben's going to go out like that. But something needs to happen, because I also feel in my heart of hearts that we might be looking at on the sideline during preseason and be like, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the Steelers. We had a good run. As a native born and bred Pittsburgher, what I do know is that this was kind of imminent. While I would have liked to have come and said, Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl, I know that once they start losing, it's kind of hard for them to stop. So it's hockey season. Go Pens. Anywho, football season. We have 4 teams. That was 8, but 4 teams in the playoffs. Super Bowl creeping up. Did I say 4 teams in the playoffs? I meant 4 games. My goodness, guys. I might still be on vacation. 4 games coming up this weekend in the playoffs. Super Bowl coming February the 7th. There is no Pro Bowl this year, which they announced last year, because that's like the one thing they did to try to prevent the spread of COVID unnecessarily, because, you know, other things weren't working because you weren't doing them. Anyway, so Saturday we have 2 games. Sunday we have 2 games. First game on Saturday is going to be the Rams and the Packers, and I am obligated by marriage to say the Packers are going to win that game. Also have the Ravens and the Bills, and I am obligated as a Steelers fan to go for the Bills, because why would I ever support anything that the Ravens do? Please. And then Sunday, we have the Browns and the Chiefs. Again, born and bred Pittsburgher. I have to go with the Chiefs because Cleveland. And then also the Bucks and the Saints. And I'm just going to go with the Saints because I rather enjoy watching the Saints play football. It's just a thing. But I'm actually surprised, guys. I'm surprised that we made it this far into the season with as many teams as we did, because the lack of COVID protocols, I know that's what you call them, but your standard operations and procedures are trash, Roger Goodell. Hit me up. I can write those for you, make it a little bit better. But yeah, guys, it's been a wild ride. I mean, February is creeping up very, very soon. February the 7th to be exact. Does anybody know who the halftime show is? Is there going to be a halftime show? Is it going to be like Cardi B in her living room? Okay. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. It's been a wild ride. We had a team with no quarterbacks, but hey, you're going to play this game anyway. We had another team who caused, was it 2 postponed games, 2 weeks of postponed games, if I'm not mistaken. It's been crazy. And we would have thought that they were gonna push it back, or like either push it back or move it up closer to the beginning of the year, because we could have just wrapped this up in like 8 weeks instead of the normal 13. Is 13? Whatever. We could have wrapped it up, B. But that didn't happen, and here we are. And, you know, what I'm more amazed at is the number of young quarterbacks. So you guys, you're going to hear this a lot because it's creeping up, but I'm going to be 30 this summer. I know I don't look it. It's just good genes. But I'm going to be 30, and 4 of the quarterbacks playing this weekend are under 26. And I'm just wondering what's going on and what are y'all putting in the water that one of them already has a Super Bowl championship and is probably working on the second one, because I do believe that the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl, but you know, that's just me. But I'm a little bit more amazed at that, and kudos to these young men, except for Baker Mayfield, because I hate you. Yeah, so you know, guys, that's about it for me this week. It's just been a wild ride. It's been wild. And I am so glad to be back with you and the RETV family. We are going to have so much fun this year. Like I said, it is hockey season. Go Pens. And I rather enjoy hockey, in case you didn't know. And then, of course, we are getting into the super major throws of college basketball. No, like, official 100% word as to if we're going to get March Madness this year, or if we're going to make it May Madness. Or, like, I don't have any other fun little alliterations to give you. I was trying to think of one for April. It wasn't working. But no real word on that. So of course that's developing, and we'll see what happens. We have just quite a few things going on this year, guys. It's going to be fun. We're going to all quarantine together because Uncle Joe is going to shut the country down in like T-minus. Is the inauguration on the 20th? I think it's on the 20th. I think I'm gonna take that day off work. But yeah, we'll cover that. We got to see what kind of good suit Auntie Kamala is gonna wear. But yeah, so once Papa Joe and Auntie KK get into the White House, y'all gonna be in the house, and you're gonna get to see me all the time. But until then, you can catch me here every Thursday talking junk and spitting facts. See you later.